Hi guys, Mrs. Angel here again. So after you've watched the Joan Miro PowerPoint that I've created, just explaining who Miro was as an artist, he is a surrealist, which means that he draws pictures and beings that don't necessarily look like real people. He uses interesting shapes and lines to make the kind of quirky little characters that you'll see in the PowerPoint. And then we're gonna also make our own version of a Joan Miro figure. And we're gonna do this step by step together. So the very first thing that we are going to need is a paper and a pencil. I, again, use a marker just because it's easier for you to see. But on my paper, I'm gonna start with a circle. Make a simple circle. And again, I know for some of you that these shapes might be a little bit tricky because, again, we're just starting out, and that's okay. Then I'm gonna make 2 little dots for my eyes. Then I'm gonna make a U in between my eyes. And I'm gonna connect that U to each eye, like that. Because Joan Miro's figures usually look like that, which are kind of silly. Next, I'm gonna make a straight line. So I'm gonna go straight line. This is gonna be the start of my body. So I'm gonna straight line. Then I'm gonna make another line here and another line at the bottom of there. Now I'm gonna work on doing the arms. So I'm gonna make a line down and a line over, and I'm gonna make a diagonal line this way and another line this way. And look at, we've already gotten a little stick figure with just the arms and the body. Next, we're gonna work on the feet or the legs. So I am going to make a line diagonal this way and then this way. And then, maybe a little longer because my legs should be a little bit longer. And then I'm gonna make a line coming down from here and from here. Kind of look like he's running, but I'm gonna make that again a little bit longer. And now I need to make circles because instead of hands, he does a lot of things with circles. So I'm gonna make a circle right there. And I'm gonna make a circle right here. And the same with my feet, I'm gonna make circles. And I'm gonna color those in. And if you want to use a pencil at first and then trace over all this with a marker or a black crayon, that looks great because that's what Joan Miro does. He does a lot of black outlining. Then I'm going to give him some hair, so I'm going to do one little line at the top, one line over here, and one line over here. Now, another thing that Joan Miro did was he loved circles and lines and dots. So to decorate our background, we're gonna just make some big circles in the background. So I'm gonna make my circle right here going off the page a little bit. And again, that's okay if it goes off the page. We just wanna fill this white space with circles and lines. So again, I'm gonna go here and make a circle. I'm gonna go here and make a little smaller circle. I'm gonna make one over here and one over here. And remember, if you're watching this video and you're at home, if I go too fast, you can always stop and rewind it or pause it. But I'm gonna put a line in between these 2 circles, put 2 little dots, and again, all the circles that I make, these little tiny ones, I color in. And again, I'm gonna do a big one over here, and it might go off the page, and that's okay. Then he loves these stars. So I'm gonna make an X over here, an X. And then I'm gonna put a line through my X. And I'm gonna put circles on the edges. And again, I'm gonna color those bad boys in. Color those guys in. Make some circles, some dots. Then I'm gonna go down here again and I'm gonna make an X with a line through it. And again, we need to get those circle guys going, little circles, coloring them in. And then over here, I might do another one because I got a little space over here, but I just might do a smaller little version, so, or a different one, so I can make a T. And I can actually put an X in my T, and that way it has a little bit more of a star-like shape. And then up here, maybe I want to do just a smaller one. So I'm going to do an X, a smaller X, with a line in the middle, and again, put some dots. So that's how we would draw a Miro figure. Next, we'll move on to coloring. All right, friends, so now that we're done doing the drawing part and you've gone back and traced it with either crayon or black marker, you're just gonna wanna find these 5 colors. So you're gonna wanna find orange, blue, green, red, and yellow crayons or markers or oil pastels or color pencils, whatever you have. I tend to find, just because I happen to have crayons, and I know that my youngins, you guys should have crayons at home if you picked up your little pizza kits from school. But I am going to now do the coloring part. And again, lots of different color when we go to color. So I'm gonna put this on time lapse, and just so you know, when we color, make sure we're coloring tight, no white. So that means we're filling in the space as best as we can, and we're doing our very best. All right? Now, when I'm done coloring this, you notice I have a ton of white space left. So you can, if you have paint at home, you can paint the background. I'm gonna actually just use a green crayon and color the background, but maybe I wanna do this section orange and then this section green. You guys can go ahead and color it however you want. I know that sometimes it's easier if you have little tiny crayons at home. If you peel the wrapper back and then you just kind of use a rub around there, you could do that. I know it's a lot of coloring to do, but again, you can use whatever you have at home to just color the background, and then your masterpiece will be complete. And let's say you find yourself in a stump like this, where I've used every other color and I didn't want them to touch, so I can't use green because my green would touch this green. And I can't use orange because orange would touch this orange. I can't use red because red would touch this orange. If you guys need to go into your crayon box and you need to find a different color, or maybe I want to grab a red orange, or something to that effect, go ahead and do that. If you want to throw in a purple, go ahead and do that. Again, it's just all on what you choose to do, but you can make it fun and colorful.